I want you to understand, 98% of these kids are angels, I'm telling you. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's like an angel. Look at this girl, like an angel. If there is anything that is wrong with your kid, that's only because of the parents. Okay? Then they are never at fault. That's only happening because of you. Because you are not making right decision for them, and you are not even giving them an opportunity to make the right decision for themselves. Okay? Because we brush them aside, even if they want to make a right decision for themselves. And we want to sometimes pick up what is convenient. Just now I got a call from somebody in Virginia. He's asking me, can you offer my SAT class in Ashburn Center, which is 2 minutes away from his home. Whereas from my Herndon Center, which is 15 minutes away, it's too much for him to drive. 15 minutes, it's too much. But if somebody is offering something else like Indian Cricket League, Premier League game, he doesn't mind driving for 2 hours to watch that game. So this is the little simple things that you need to pay attention, okay? So, make sure that you make the right decision for your kid. And never, husband and wife should not, okay, quarrel with each other for matters related to their education. You should be together, okay? Discuss in private if required. But you make a decision, stick to your point. The mom wants to take the kid to the school. School means something like Curie learning. But the dad says it's okay, leave him alone, let him enjoy. Then what is the message you are giving? It's not important. Academic thing is not important. So that's why you need to be making decision that is consistent so that the kid knows that this is the only way. If dad says one thing, mom says another thing, kid is confused also. Okay? So you need to be united on that front. To tell you the truth, 90% of the time, moms are the ones who dedicate themselves for the sake of the education of their child. At Curie Learning, 90% of the parents who bring their child and inquire about how is my child doing are the moms. Dads are the culprits here, basically. They don't pay much attention. They want to talk about the quarrel between YSRCP and TDP in Andhra Pradesh for hours and hours. They don't give a damn about how their kid is doing and whatever. You can't solve any damn thing in Andhra Pradesh or anywhere in BJP and Congress problems in the center there. So you better spend some time for this kid, okay? So it is very important. I mean, I feel bad for the Indian moms. They work like the man and they come home running. Basically, sometimes I get calls from moms, Dr. Rao, I'm stuck because of the traffic. Is it okay if I bring my child 5 minutes late? She doesn't have to call, 5 minutes late. Dad, on the other hand, if he's the one bringing, and he comes 30 minutes late, never even apologetic. I got stuck in the traffic, that's it. No, not even apology, nothing. Basically, so what I'm saying is, we need to make right decisions. I want every parent to understand, your kid is going to be with you only until they are 18. After that, they are gone. Okay? They are on their own from that point onwards. So, nowadays everybody is living until they are 90s. Both my parents are still alive. You may be thinking this guy is ancient, but both my parents are, until recently both my grandmothers were alive. So the lifespan has increased tremendously with these medical advances. So 18 years of rearing your child is only 1/5 of the total lifespan of the parent basically nowadays. So please pay attention, because when you brought this child into this world, and did you get their permission? Can you allow me to give birth to you? You never got the permission. You brought this innocent child to this crazy world, and then you have the responsibility, okay, to play a good role as a parent. I'm telling you, okay. This world is you can make it a wonderful world for the child by being a good parent. That's what it is, and you can make this a measurable experience as a human being if you don't play your role as a good parent. Never fall, okay? A happy parent is the best parent, I'm telling you. Even if you don't make millions of dollars, even if you don't buy 10 properties in India, heavens are not going to fall, okay? I know a lot of parents who don't own any damn thing in India. Many times maybe only one job at home. They are very happy and they raise the children happy. And I know a lot of parents who make $1 million, $1.5 million. They always quarrel and sometimes they divorce. And what kind of role are they playing in raising the, what is the role of your $1 million? That's what I'm asking. Because I am in education for 36 years and I dealt with thousands and thousands of students. So I know a lot of parents, even in Curie learning right now, I am dealing with a lot of kids who are in broken families, Indian broken families. And they are very rich, both husband and wife. So what I'm saying is, you need to be vigilant on your priorities, okay? And I want every parent to understand that you have only a limited opportunity to be influential in your child's life, okay? Influence, I'm not talking about you need to have that influence and power. That's not what it is. Positive influence. That's what I'm saying, okay? So please, please, please calm down and then think about what you are doing, okay? And be a good parent. That's very, very important. And my advice to all these children is, okay, good news is, though I made it look like all these parents are like bad people, that's not what I meant. 95% of them are good. All my dialogues are for 5 to 10% of them only, okay? And I gave you what? How many what marks? 98%, isn't it? So, in other words, in your heart you are good. And I will tell you, my 10 years experience with these youngsters, 98% of the time, they always tell me the truth, even if the truth is going to result in me shouting at them, okay? They know that I'm going to get angry if they tell me the truth, but still they tell me the truth, okay? So that is, these kids are very honest, very good people. So let us take advantage of that. And I want every one of you also to take advantage of one thing, that is experience. You don't have experience. Every decision that you make is not necessarily the best for you, okay? Your parents went through this phase of life already. Don't say that that was in India. India is on earth, man. It is not on a different planet. Human beings are same, no matter where they are born and brought up. It isn't any different, okay? To tell you the truth, Indian kids are more westernized than you are, if you don't know that right now. Okay, so your parents went through this phase of life. They can make better decisions many times, okay, on majority of the matters that you are dealing with. You need to trust their decision making ability, and you need to listen to your parents. I want you to understand one thing. You don't have a better friend than your parent. What is the old usage? A friend in need is the friend in need. If you badly need some help, who is with you? Only parents. Everybody else will come and show you some sympathy for a day or 2 days, then they disappear because they have to deal with their life. So whereas parents are always with you, in the good, on the good days and even on the bad days, they are with you. You need to trust them and you need to listen to them. That is very important. Okay? Now, let us come back to education again. Okay, I already gave you. What is the main thing? Concepts. Okay? Basic foundation. And the sooner you start it, the better off you are. In the elementary and middle school years, if you do your job well, I'm telling you, after 8th grade, they don't need your help at all. Because they can be on their own, basically. They can learn on their own. They can deal with the problems on their own. That is the advantage of doing it early. Later, I have a lot of parents who call me, my kid is doing biology or chemistry, physics, and he or she is getting a D grade. Is there something that you can do? I can't do anything. I mean, it's too late for me to play any role. We can only do probably a temporary help here and there by sending them to appropriate person. But I rarely see any kid who is struggling after going through an advanced academic program during their early and middle school years. Very small percentage of them have any trouble later in high school or even in college. Now, planning for college. What is the important thing that you need to focus during the high school years? Let us talk about it. We already talked about elementary and middle school. High school, what is important? Having a goal. Often, the kid who has a goal for future has better possibility of success academically during the high school years than a kid who has no goal of what they want to do later with their life. And I'm a college professor, even now, I'm a college professor. For me, Curie learning, all this is only my hobby, okay? And even in universities, some of my advisors come to me and say, Dr. Rao, I'm having mixed feelings with engineering because I'm in electrical engineering. I'm torn between whether I should continue in engineering or maybe I should go to speech communication or history or something. They're not even very sure. And a lot of kids in college, even in their junior year, they are still continuing as undeclared majors. Okay? That is because they don't know what they want to do with their life. Why? What is the reason? You never exposed your child to various paths that are available in their life. Okay? I mean, we only know what doctors do, but did you ever put your child in a conversation with a doctor or with a lawyer or with a mechanical engineer or with a research scientist or with a policeman or whatever it is? No. It's only police means gives ticket, but what is involved in the police job? Okay? Suppose research scientists mean they just do some blind research. If they hit it, then it is an invention. If they miss it, then it is never reported. That's not what it is. Okay? So, I mean, you need to expose your child to various paths that are available later. Okay? That comes from taking your kid to science fairs, for example. At Curie Learning, what we do is we conduct seminars, okay, at Curie Learning. And for example, the last seminar I conducted was on chemical sensors and night vision sensors. A research scientist from Army Research Lab came and he talked about the concepts involved in building chemical sensors to detect the gases which are harmful to the human beings and being able to see the different objects in darkness. Okay, so at least now they know that, okay, scientists and engineers develop some products that I am using, but I don't know what went behind this to come up with the product. He explained where he started and to the end product, how it came. So they broadened their experience, their knowledge of what a scientist does at that point. And we also brought a plastic surgeon to talk about plastic surgery. We brought a endocrinologist who specializes in diabetes. We brought a person who talked about how to construct buildings to withstand explosives. Okay, we brought a scientist who talked about what are the things that he takes into account when he constructs the power systems into the space vehicles. He's a contractor for NASA. He designs the power systems that go in satellites and also interplanetary the vehicles that go from different galaxies, basically, because the common thing that is intended for going around our Earth, they use solar systems, okay? But after you go for the galaxies, there is no sun at some point. So they have to use a nuclear power for that, so that vehicle will be going for decades and sending data to us. So kid doesn't know about it. Even I didn't know about it. I never even thought about what kind of power system is used in the vehicles that are used for exploring the different galaxies, for example. Okay? So now, because of this seminar, kid knows what is involved in each profession. Then they have something to fall back, to think about. We brought a neuroscientist. I'm just giving you some examples. So, Curie Learning Center here will also be conducting this kind of seminars in this location. We have a reasonably good size hall here, okay? So we can bring the researchers in various fields so that the kids will be exposed to what is out there and what kind of opportunities are there, so that something catches their interest, so that they don't have to be undeclared majors in college and making you spend a lot of money from your pocket, okay? And then one very important thing in the school days is, okay, exposing them to various things, and then also making them understand that as a citizen of this planet, we also have the responsibilities, social responsibility. That may be helping poor people, okay, who do not even have food to eat, or helping a fellow student who is getting an F grade, okay, to provide some kind of help on a consistent basis, so that the student will move from F to D, D to C, C to B, so that at least the student at the end of the school year is able to get a B in it. That is helping, peer tutoring, without charging any money. That is social responsibility. In general, the kids who have empathy towards any fellow human being are the best model citizens for this world. And they also tend to appreciate things in life also. The arrogant people are the ones who have no appreciation for fellow human beings, basically. So, if once they understand the society, their responsibility to the society, then they tend to be the best citizens in this world, and they tend to be the ones who are emotionally also balanced. They can deal with any kind of situation. So, high school is an excellent age where you focus on that. Not only that, in college admission process, lot of good universities, they consider this aspect very well. There are a lot of kids who do generic things like Model United Nations, almost every school district has it, okay? Future Business Leaders of America, almost every school district in this country has it. If only activities they are seeing in the resume are this Future Business Leaders of America, Model United Nations, your kid is not distinguishing himself or herself from the rest of the resumes. A kid who has a simple, only one person, the kid is working with one person on one specific thing and made this person a better person. If they can come up with a beautiful narrative on that, I'm telling you, the kid is going to melt the heart of the counselor who makes the decision in the college admission process. The decisions on the college admission are not made by the department chairman, okay? No, they are made by counselors, colleges hire. Most of the time, these counselors are the people with degrees in humanities, English, history, philosophy, that kind of thing. They like people who made a difference in this world. That difference in the world, not necessarily in the global big sense, maybe one person, but made a difference to that one person, able to write a great narrative on that. I'm telling you, this kid has a better chance of getting into a good college by doing something good. So I want you to focus on that as well. But many places, these organized volunteering facilities, they want 16 years minimum to let them, like Red Cross and all that, because of the legal reasons. The kid needs to be at least 16-year-old, okay? But before 16, they have so many other things, like helping a fellow student, or helping in making sandwiches for the homeless, shelter. These are the things that you can do early on in life also. And not a bad idea to make your kid do, to a certain extent, not necessarily too many hours, some job where they are exposed to the other people. Like working in McDonald's, for example. It's not bad, because your kid is taking orders from the people, and then they have to fill the cups or whatever it is and give it. In the process, they are learning how to deal with the other people in the world, okay? But every penny your kid makes through these activities, okay, never give that penny to your child into their hands. Either let them donate for a worthy cause or put it in a bank account towards their college education. The problems are coming. I have seen several examples. The kid likes music, became a DJ basically, and he makes the parents to buy a system for $1,000, and then every weekend here or there parties coming, he's getting easy money, $100 here, $150 there. He thinks that I can make my money on my own. Why should I even bother about education? And these things are becoming bad influences on the kids. I have seen 3-4 kids who ruined themselves because of early financial independence in a wrong direction, basically. Okay? So, when your kid, until he or she becomes an adult, they will not be controlling money at all. That money is going to be in a custodial account where you have the authority, and then they get that money when they go to college, or that money is donated to a worthy cause. Okay? That is very important. Make them work, but make sure that money is not in their hands. So, these are the things, social responsibility, and then have a goal, develop a goal, and then work towards getting good grades. Like, how do you get good grades? Oftentimes, the subject areas they struggle in high school are the math, science, or Spanish. Do you know that? Lot of parents do not know that the kids end up getting poor grades in Spanish. But if they take Russian or Japanese, they get easy grade. Okay? The reason is, now in the last 20 years, things have changed a lot in America. I mean, Spanish teachers, 95% of them are native Spanish speakers. They are very hard. They expect the student to be just like them. They should be able to read, write, and even speak Spanish fluently. So, there is a good possibility that more than 50% of the Spanish teachers are making the lives of the students miserable, basically. I'm not asking you to withdraw your child. No. In the summers, for example, give an opportunity to your child to have some extra Spanish courses before they start taking Spanish. Okay. Similarly, in the areas like science and math, your kid is getting ready to take Algebra 1 next academic year from August or September, whatever it is. It's a good idea to expose your child to Algebra 1 in the prior academic year, or at least the summer preceding the coming academic year, so that the kid already has some knowledge of it, so that they don't have to struggle. Your kid is getting ready to take physics or AP physics. Not a bad idea to get some prior knowledge by taking it in the prior summer. So these are the little things that you can do to make your kid successful academically. Okay? So I will tell you, in an organized program, in the summer courses, you can give them that knowledge just by spending $500. Okay? Your kid may be getting anywhere from 20 to 25 hours of learning just by spending $500. But if you wait until the school year starts and your kid develops a problem in that subject, to rectify that problem, you have to spend $70 to $80 per hour to hire a teacher in order to rectify the problem. Why do you want to wait until a problem develops to address the problem? Why don't you be careful and then spend a small amount of money so that the problem never develops, so that the kid will have a successful high school years. Because grades are important, you know that. And increasingly, the colleges are asking for higher and higher grades. All of you know Rice University, okay? One of the best universities in the United States. 20 years ago, the GPA of Rice University versus what they require today, it is so difficult to get into Rice University now compared to 20 years ago. That is true with every good college in America. Harvard University gets, for example, anywhere from 30 to 40,000 applications for just 1,200 seats. Okay? It's becoming increasingly difficult. Even the university where I teach, George Mason University, 30 years ago when I started my career in 1984, we barely rejected anybody. Today, unless the GPA is 3.8, we don't accept anybody. 3.8, just compare that with 30 years ago where we accepted everybody, almost everybody. Colleges are becoming increasingly selective. So that's why it is important to have good GPA. Good GPA, good resume, that is going to melt the hearts, okay, of the counselors. And obviously good GPA comes with good prior preparation, basically, okay? And also having a goal. This is what I want to be, okay? I want to be a doctor, okay? A psychiatrist, or a plastic surgeon, okay? Or a neuroscientist. Doesn't matter, an engineer, mechanical engineer. Or I want to be a lawyer. Doesn't matter what that goal is. Having that goal is a prescription for success in life. I mean, without spending too much money from your pocket, your kid will be settled very soon in life. I will give you my own personal example. My older one is a very goal-oriented guy. Okay? In high school itself, he finished 8-9 AP courses. He finished his undergraduate education at Cornell in Operations Research and Information Engineering in 3 years. And he finished 1-year master's at Stanford. He finished master's in Stanford in 9 months. Okay? The money I spent on him isn't much. And he settled in his life. And he was only 21 when he finished his master's and started the job. And I have another guy. He's 25, he just finished for the first year medicine. When is he going to finish it? Okay? Means, that is the difference. Okay? I mean, my younger one is not an idiot. He's brilliant. Okay? He went to one of the best colleges in the country. He went to Dartmouth, well known for its academics. He went to Boston University, did double masters in public health and biomedical sciences. Then he went to medicine. He took a circuitous route, but it's not easy. I'm spending a lot of money from my pocket. Okay, so the best thing is, if the kid is, okay, has a goal early on, it makes the kid's life easy, and it makes the parent life also very easy. And often, the people who have the goals are the successful ones later in career. I have seen this again and again and again. I know 2 sisters. Younger one is brilliant. Okay, she went to top-notch high schools and top-notch university, but doesn't have a goal. It took a lot of time for her to complete the college degree. On the other hand, the older one, not necessarily a brilliant one, but she knows exactly what she wants. She finished her undergraduate degree. Now she is GS 15. GS 15, government service, 15 is not easy. Okay? So, at an age of just 39, 40, she did GS 15. Younger one is 38-year-old. She still doesn't know what to do with her life. That is the difference between having a goal versus not having a goal. That you have some role to play until they are 18 for them to latch on to some goal. So do that, do your job well. Like this, I can keep on talking for another 2 hours. Also, let me stop my talking and then I will take a few questions from you. Okay? Any questions? You can ask any questions related to education, all the way from 3-year-old to PhD level. Because I deal with all of them right now. At the same time, we have a Frisco, we deal with 3-year-olds, and I have PhD students working with me, and I teach at undergraduate level, master's level, I teach SAT courses, and I teach 7th, 8th graders, 6th graders, everybody. So you can ask me questions related to education of any level. I will try to answer your question. Always the first 2 questions are the difficult ones to come. After that, the floodgate opens. So why don't some of you be those first 2 questions? Go ahead. Do you have any question, man? Go ahead. I praised you, man. I just said you are an angel. Yeah.
So if you're gonna start Curie in 8th grade, what do you think we should do?
In 8th grade, we focus on, depending upon, are you done with your algebra 1 in 7th grade? When are you taking algebra?
Took it this year.
You took it this year. So 8th grade means you'll be doing the geometry, okay? So you can take geometry related course, and writing is one we offer. Writing 1, writing 2. You can start with writing 1 also with us, English writing course. Because writing